So appreciate your support.
I just love you, man, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'm not going to be a stranger.
Listen to his show. Absolutely, 95.5.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Why can't we live together? Tell me why.
Shelly went to show live, local, topical, and relevant. Let's go to Glenn. He wants to comment on the opening to the show where I talked about the Iran war and the deaths of our two brave soldiers. Go ahead, Glenn.
Hey, Shelly. First of all, I want to tell you, I listen to you every night I'm doing deliveries, and, you're one of the fairest people, even though I lean left and you lean right. I appreciate you being fair. And, I was in the military, and most of these men and women, they're not, billionaires, millionaires. And I saw that story today, and I saw the picture of the soldier that died, the young lady, and I thought to myself the same thing you said. She's brown, and ISIS, if ISIS saw her out there, would they stop her? Would they give her a hard time? And here she is giving her life, and I just appreciate you saying what you said because it needs to be said. It's BS.
I appreciate you calling in. I want to tell you, a gentleman called in, Scott from LJ called in and says, I keep complaining, calling people racist, which I'm not sure that I called anybody racist. I called the people that support ICE being in cities, going after people randomly because of the way, quite obviously, they look, because that's what's going on. Yes, they have targeted people, but they also are pulling people over. They just had an argument over traffic stops, so that has to be something. How do you stop people on traffic stops unless you're targeting them, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose of a traffic stop. He said, I'm just tired of you. Did not go. Okay. And so, that's what he said. So I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you calling in, Glenn.
Yeah, great comment. And what you said was spot on. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for listening. Sorry. Excuse me. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a story out of Stockbridge. So let me tell you, Stockbridge. Stockbridge is a small city, south of Atlanta. They have, nice city, nice growing city, good city, great city. They have the youngest mayor in their history, 22 years old. His name is Jaden Williams, right? So apparently he's been ordered to return city property as an investigator reviews the allegation. So as people are reviewing these allegations of his, they said his city-issued purchasing card and fuel privileges were put on hold. Access to city-owned vehicles were put on hold. Initiatives of the office of the mayor were put on hold. Access to non-public areas, coordination of communications with city staff through the city manager's office. All of this was put on hold. Basically, they rendered this guy just powerless. 6 months in. Now, the officials explained that the probe was initiated after information was brought to the attention of the city manager, finance department, and city attorney. The specifics of the allegations were not provided. So you suspended, basically took all the power of this mayor away from him, but you didn't specifically say anything about the allegations as to why you did it. But they said that they are preliminary and no final findings have been made. So if no final findings have been made, why did you do all of this? Why did you vote behind closed doors as a city council of Stockbridge to do this to this young man? Why didn't you do an independent your audit? Did you do whatever investigation you needed to do? And then after the findings come out, you say, hey, this is what we're going to do. That's like saying, hey, Shelly, we're investigating you, but we're going to suspend you off the air. What are you investigating me for? Well, we're not going to tell you, but we're just going to take you off the air, and we're going to do an investigation. Okay. And then what? You've already sullied the young man's name. You've already sullied his reputation. But here's the interesting thing to me about these small cities. City of Stockbridge, right? They built this amphitheater. Now, let me first talk about an amphitheater. Why does a city need an amphitheater? Because people will tell you, oh, well, the amphitheater brings people to our city. But when I go down there, I have my cooler, I have my chairs, I go down there, I get off the highway, pull down the street there, make a left turn, go to the amphitheater, eat, drink, be merry, and go home. Probably not spending a dime. Because I got my gas is filled up before I leave. My cooler's filled before I leave. When I get there, I'm just sitting there, bring my food in with me and everything. So I'm not spending any money, and I'm probably like 90% of the people that don't live in Stockbridge that go to the concerts. So how's that improving the schools? How's that improving anything around the neighborhood? But they spent a bunch of money on this amphitheater. I don't know if the amphitheater caused the problem. I don't know what it was. But I do know that of the 5 city council members, four of the 5 were in office while the city lost, and I did air quotes, lost, and I'm doing air quotes, lost, and I'm doing air quotes, $32 million. Not $320,000, not $3 million, $32 million. Misused. Had to be put into the next budget. And then this is what the argument was. This is what they said with a straight face to the residents of Stockbridge. Well, monies were moved from different accounts and put in other accounts, general fund accounts, and there was no oversight. But we fixed it. In other words, and this is all alleged. I don't want to be sued. Allegedly, you just spent money that nobody knows where it went, but you corrected it by adding it into the next budget. So your budget went from $30-some-odd million or $60 million to $76 million. That's their budget for 2026. Stockbridge, city of Stockbridge, $76 million budget. Where does that come from? Taxes? $32 million. This young man has been in office 6 months. I don't care if he spent $1,000 on his P card. It's not $32 million. And all the city council members, except for one, all were there when the $32 million went, I'm doing air quotes, missing. You can't make this up. The young man literally just got there 6 months ago. He was sworn in January. It's July. You already roping him into some P-card investigation? If I'm a resident of Stockbridge right now, not taking sides, I don't know, first of all, let me be clear. I don't know Mr. Williams, never met Mr. Williams, but I know a setup when I see one. I know a setup when I see one. Let me tell you what's really going on in Stockbridge as I cover these things for the last 20 years. What's really going on is Mr. Williams got in there as mayor and started asking questions. And they didn't like the questions he was asking. So they're trumping him up, no pun intended, on P-card usage and city vehicle usage and all that kind of stuff. So let me tell you what the city residents of Stockbridge should be doing right now. At their next city council meeting, all the residents, if you're listening to me right now, if you live in Stockbridge, you should descend upon that city council meeting. And you should demand to see every single city council members, every single finance manager, every single city manager, every single person that's in government in Stockbridge. You want to see their spending, P-card spending records, period. You don't want to go another day without seeing every single city council member's P-card spending, not since January now, but even going beyond January, because they've been in office. Several of these people have been in office since 16, 17. They've been in office several terms. So you want to see what their P-card spending is, if that's the issue. Because I can't believe in 6 months this man has done anything to have basically his entire mayor's power taken away from him. From an investigation that's going on as we speak, but we're going to take everything away from you. No, I tell you what's going on. I'm only speaking from experience from following these things for the last 25 years. He was asking questions that nobody wanted answered. So now we're going to jam him up. And we're going to jam him up in a way that sullies his name, sullies his reputation. That way when he does say something, well, aren't you the mayor that overspent on your P card? Because already everyone's believing the media outlets. What did he do? What did he do? Meanwhile, no one's asking the more fundamental question. Where is the $32 million? I got your back, Mayor. Never met you in my life, but I know a setup when I see one. Don't let these entrenched politicians, who I'm supposed to believe are for me and the city residents of Stockbridge, when they can't even honestly tell you where $32 million went. Stay strong, my brother. Stay strong. The truth will come out. It's the Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB Talk. We will be right back.